I am the internet and I like it when KSSU is on me.
Yep. Matt and Tex Show. This is the Matt and Tex Show.
Yeah, you said that.
I am Matt.
I'm Matt. I'm Tex.
Do you do it on purpose?
No, I was... Usually I say Tex first, and then you say Matt. At least from what I recall. So when you said Matt,
Okay.
I just assumed... I got confused. I said Matt. We're both Matt today.
Well, welcome.
I'm on my mic. The mics have been fixed. We're not sharing
The
them.
mics are fixed now. We're not sharing... I just said exactly what you said.
You did!
Wow. It's been a good past week, I guess. Yesterday was a very historical moment, just for
Tuesday.
For being a Tuesday. The elections occurred, if you didn't know already.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first, Tex and I, our first time voting for a president. Though we didn't agree, we still are friends. Shake my hand, Tex.
Okay.
Ugh. Yeah, my right hand in your left hand. It doesn't work like that. Anyways, and I was at work until 10 o'clock. So unfortunately, I couldn't watch any of the coverage on the news channels.
Matt asked me to keep him updated on the election process. I had five websites going just to see what, and my TV was on just to see.
Yeah.
And it kept coming in like who won this, who won that, and I'm like, I can't. This is too much. I can't send this, or it'll just be a continuous stream of text to Matt. Which I was always wondering, were you checking these during work, or when were you checking?
When
these
I had
texts?
time, and it was actually really, really slow at work. So when I had time, I would look at my phone and check at the electoral college things.
Hopefully, your boss isn't listening.
Well, my boss wasn't there. Well, actually, I waited until 7 o'clock. I knew that the polls started opening at 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio was at 4:30, and Florida started at 4 and stuff, and those are the big ones. But I didn't. I mean, I tried checking my phone a bit at that point, but I waited till my manager left at 7, and then started. I pulled some websites up, but he's not listening. He doesn't even know my name.
So I just said, okay, this website says Romney has this, Obama has this. This website says this. So I just kept him updated on.
But yeah, there was. I don't know where they get their figures from, but each web or news site had different electoral college votes, different popular votes, different projections. So it was very strange, and it was hard to know who was like where they got their information.
I think what it was, because when I looked at the popular votes, each one had the same number.
Oh,
so
really?
so I think they take the initiative on calling. Okay, we can safely say one candidate has this state. I think that's just them calling it. That's where they get their different numbers from. Some were afraid to call it. Some say, okay, he has it. I think that's how it works. But it was really exciting. First presidential race. It was really cool looking at the different websites, keeping up with all the information.
Yep.
And I thought it was going to go incredibly late. Instead, it was about like 8:20, 8:30 that they announced Obama won.
Yeah, because I remember the 2008 debate.
Election.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The election. It lasted until about. When did they project a winner this year? Yesterday. When did they
About 8:30.
Okay, so I think maybe an hour or an hour and a half later in 2008. So about 9:30, 10 o'clock is when they projected Obama had won. So yeah, and I was reading an article saying it could be tonight where we know, or it could be weeks down the road if voting is really bad, or if it's a really a tie, and you have to really focus on counting at each individual state. But yeah, it went smoothly, I guess. Popular vote was very close, 48% to 50%, 3 million difference.
About so. But Obama has a second term, so I'm excited for 4 more years. We'll have 2 fresh candidates instead of just one challenger. I can't wait for that.
We'll have
is that
brand
boring?
new. Huh?
I'm looking forward to the next election when this one just ended. That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's exciting, I guess. It's something to keep, because sometimes the news is nothing. It's really not too exciting. And during the election, it's similar. They try and pull things out of nothing, but still, it's something it's for me and you as well. It's exciting to keep up on. But no, I guess it'll be exciting to see who the Democrats will put up this next time, and who the Republicans will as well, and what sort of issues will be next on the agenda. Anyways, we're not a political show, we're a nerd show. So today on the show we will go back to something we promised before. We will discuss our most hated video game of all time.
We'll quickly recap for you our top 6.
Our top 6 list.
To tell you that.
And maybe we can talk about Minecraft just a bit.
Just a bit.
because we haven't really talked about that, and that's something that's affected me a lot last summer. Anyways, today on the show, music-wise, nothing special, just some new music. I will come back, or right now I'm going to play another song by Michael Kiwanuka, who I played last week. Different song this time, but I still like his style. It's in the studio, labeled hip-hop, but I don't know if I would put it under that category. We'll take a listen. This is Michael Kiwanuka. Song is I'm Getting Ready. That was Michael Kiwanuka. Tex insulted his name. He's an Englishman.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. When I hear the last name, I assume Hawaiian. But
He's an African.
He's an African American English Hawaiian.
He's an African Britain. I don't know what they call him there. Black. He's black.
Okay, yeah.
And he lives in England.
That's a better way.
But his last name, at first I thought it was Japanese when I heard the name.
Yeah, that could be that.
And then I saw him. I was like, oh, maybe it's like a true African name, some one of those African countries. I couldn't tell you where. I don't know dialects or anything like that.
There are a lot of countries.
And then I looked him up because I wanted to see, and it's just English. Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll go to the next song real quick. Alan Stone is a weird sounding man. He has a weird looking face. If you
like
want.
Conan.
Yeah, actually, I found him on Conan. That's how I discovered Alan Stone. But this song, we'll go jump right into it off his new album, Alan Stone. Sometimes I don't know if I like when bands or artists put their name as the album.
Well,
it's a little lazy.
Don't they sometimes do that for their
first one? Yeah, and this is exactly what that is. His first one. Actually, Blink-182. We'll say fifth or sixth album was Blink-182. So it's weird how
changing it up.
Yeah, whatever.
They're like, oh, maybe that's lazy. The 679. Which one is this one, guys?
What's our band name?
Blink 384. Put it on. Slap it on there.
All right, this song is called "Celebrate Tonight." Enjoy the sound. I would say this little R&B hip hop, but it's a white guy, so he's got a high pitched voice. It's fine. The night before, actually, I work from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. and then I work from 8:30 to 10 p.m. So I'm there from 10:30 to actually 9:30 to 10 because of a meeting at the end. So it'll be a good day. We're talking about Sunday, November 11th, which is the release date for Black Ops 2, an exciting video game.
I think it is. I'm not sure.
We're going to assume it is. Okay. It usually is around that weekend because of Veterans Day. I think that's sort of how they put that there.
I never made that connection. Well,
it seems to be always on Veterans Day. Either it's because people have that next free day to play all day, or it's because it's veterans. I don't know. That's what my assumption was. Anyways, that last song was Alan Stone. Tex first asked if it was a black man.
Well, I got him confused with the guy before.
The previous one.
Yes.
And then he asked, "That's a man?" He just has a high pitched voice, and that's actually, I think that's why I like him, because of when the first song I heard him when he was live on Conan. Just the way he hit those notes, it was new to me, and I haven't seen that in newer artists. So I like that about him.
See, you find new artists like that by watching Conan or those talk shows. I watch Colbert, and he does that too. He has some artists on there. Although I always skip that part.
Those usually the artists you have on there are very, very boring. Like the one the last one I saw was some I quote unquote iconic rock star, not rock star, but iconic rock legend that was paired up with a newer girl I played. Remember that song by Saint Vincent called "Cheerleader" that I didn't mean to play?
Yes.
Yeah, that artist. She was on Colbert with this other guy, and it sounded all right, but it wasn't that cool. And usually the artists he has on there are older gentlemen that are weird and violinists and stuff. So
I skipped that part of talk shows. Or those talk? Yeah, they're talk.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
But I just like the way he interviews other people. It's usually funny. It's good
Speaking of late night talk shows,
hey-o.
Video games. We are going to quickly recap our top 6 lists. Matt, what's your number 6?
Oh God, let me pull this out. I forgot.
Okay. I guess I'll give mine then.
Yeah, you do your number 6. It's gonna be quick.
Should I just do my entire list, or should we go 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3?
Just do your entire list.
Okay, my entire list.
Yeah, we'll build it up.
Number 6, we're not going to give any explaining. Just a quick recap. Number 6 was Call of Duty 4. Number 5 was Roller Coaster Tycoon. Number 4, MechWarriors 2. Number 3 was Half-Life. 2 was Descent 2, and number 1, BioShock.
I still have to return that to you. I still have that.
And Skyrim.
And that's true. That's not my game, huh?
Yeah.
My number 6 was Rock Band for Xbox 360, just because it was awesome.
Fun game.
Number 5, Tony Hawk Pro Skater for PlayStation 1. Whole new kind of genre. Number 4, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Probably one of the very first video games that I played and then played through for many hours because we owned it. Number 3, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I love the whole idea of
Sneaking around.
Yeah, exactly. Number 2, Halo Combat Evolved, which Halo 4 actually was released yesterday, and I'm planning on buying that as soon as I get my discount through Best Buy. And my very number 1 favorite.
$4. $4 discount.
It's like but it's like tax, so I'll just cut tax off, and then there we go, happy. My number 1 favorite video game of all time, Star Wars Battlefront. I played many hours on that. Now we'll discuss our least favorite video games, and I don't know who wants to go first.
Do you have an honorable mention? Because I don't.
No, I don't. Let's say your honorable mention.
Okay. When Matt brought up the idea of bringing most hated, boom, I had my most hated game instantly. I knew it. I rant against it. My friends know that I hate this game.
If you, I can't think about it. But if you say it, I probably do know.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. I don't think you do know.
Okay. But you said your friends, and I'm like your bestest friend.
Well, yeah, but you were late to the Xbox kind of game. So.
That's true. Okay.
I'm just saying. It came, but then I had to stop and think, what other games are out there that I don't like, and then I thought of another one, and I thought about it. I'm like, wow, this is a huge contender, and eventually the one that popped up in my head right away became the honorable mention, and I'll explain why. So and it's sort of cheating. It's sort of cheating, but I'll still say it. Number 1 hated game. The entire Halo series.
Oh my God!
Yes,
the entire Halo series.
Here's
the thing, though. You love the story, don't you?
I absolutely love the story, which makes it a lot worse. In all fairness, I never played Halo 1, which of course was revolutionary, and maybe that would have changed my outlook on the game.
Right.
And my only contact with Halo 2 was going over to friends' houses and playing multiplayer, which was fun. And again, I didn't know what I was doing. But the first Halo game I actually owned was Halo 3. And I played it online with my friends. I played the campaign. And I hate this game so much. First of all, my number 1 complaint about this game is it's a shooter game, so there's crosshairs.
Right.
But those crosshairs, for whatever reason, are on the lower. Usually they're in the middle. On like 99% of shooters,
right, dead center of the screen. Dead
center.
Yeah.
Halo, for some reason, puts it on the lower half. Like,
really?
Yeah.
That I haven't noticed.
You've never noticed.
No.
It's on the lower half of the screen. If you go from the bottom, it's like 75% up towards the middle. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And it makes me feel, when I play the game, like my head is up the entire time. I've always hated it.
I've never felt that. I've never noticed that.
Crap out of me. And when you go through games that you dislike, there are legitimate things, gameplay mechanics, stuff like that are bad, and then there are nitpicky things, and they all have those nitpicky things. Here's one of the personal things of mine that Halo doesn't do: the gun sounds. I rage against this, and I raged against this in World at War, Call of Duty, and in Black Ops. Gun sounds are supposed to be powerful and strong. If they're not, it sounds awful, and Halo has always done that. Halo's that doesn't sound like. Well, see, I let go the needler. I let it go
because it's a fictional gun.
Because it's a fictional gun,
unrealistic gun.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bullet gun, basically.
So the sound is really up to whoever makes it.
Exactly, and it sounds okay. If the sound is strong enough for the gun. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't. It doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you. But for Halo, there's a pistol. For the Marines, there's a tri-shot or rifle, and then
battle rifle.
Yeah.
The assault
there's sniper rifles and stuff. Yeah.
There's another complaint, and this is one of my a little bit nitpicky, a little bit legitimate complaints.
Not enough gun selection.
That, and the way they designed the guns, and also the extreme balance. You've played Battlefield. 3, and I'll go to this. There's a Russian side, and then there's a U.S. side. And when you're brand new to the game, depending on which side you get different guns. The U.S. has the M16. The Russians have the AK-47. They're the same gun, quote unquote, but they control differently. You'll understand. The power, one's more powerful, one's more accurate, one's more bouncy, right?
Yep.
In Halo, they took the same guns. They both have pistols. They both have assault rifles. They both have shotguns. They both have sniper rifles, and they feel exactly the same. The extreme balance. I mean, we're supposed to believe that this is an alien race, and yet for some reason they have the equivalent of a pistol, of an assault rifle, of a sniper, of a larger gun. I don't buy that. I don't buy it.
But it doesn't that seem like the right way to go for games where everyone is balanced and it's basically it's not the weapon you have but the skill that you have as a gamer?
There definitely is an extreme balance between the guns itself, the skills of the players, and there's where another one of my complaints comes in. It just seems to me that Halo, almost every single Halo game, everybody uses the same exact gun. Basically, it goes down to the burst fire battle rifle or the... Was it BMR or DMR in Halo Reach? I bought Halo Reach and I have Halo Reach.
I haven't played that one.
And I like Halo Reach a little bit more than the other Halo 3. But still, I hate it.
Okay.
I play with our friend online, Alex. He loves the game, and we always have these we always have these debates. But it just seems to me the combat is some combination. Like I wrote it down here. Combat is, and you'll agree with this, is you see someone, he sees you. You start charging at each other. Shoot. Somebody jumps. Somebody throws a grenade. Somebody melees. Someone's dead. Am I wrong on that?
That happens a majority of the time. That's
Exactly.
that's the way. Yeah, because there's a lower gravity, quote unquote, for the game. So jumping is higher. A lot of times it's hard to predict when someone's going to jump, and if you're shooting at someone's core and they jump, then their main kind of damage zone is higher. So that's people's first instinct. And actually coming from Halo and going into Call of Duty and stuff, Call of Duty actually started jumping as well, but
it doesn't have as big as effect as it is in Halo.
But yeah, it is the jump. Okay, they jumped. I can't really shoot them because I don't know where they're going. I'll throw a grenade on the floor near them so I can move them somewhere else, and they settle down. And then if I get close enough, someone's got to melee first.
And someone does.
And that does happen a lot, yes.
But
I love what I love was I played with Trevor constantly. We played Halo forever and ever online. And I just love, it definitely wasn't realistic because of the super gravity, or I guess it is realistic, but it's just something we haven't played before. The vehicles themselves, I love driving those around, flipping those, the plasma grenades, throwing those on stuff, and just different aspects that you can play with and mess with. Was the funness of it? I definitely didn't analyze the combat, but I do understand what you're saying. Is it does seem like every encounter is pretty similar. But what I love about Battlefield is the sniping. What Halo has for sniping is definitely not what I like about it.
They just 100% accuracy, straight shot. In Battlefield, there's gravity and there's more skill to it.
There's delay, So it is it. There, and I'll buy Halo 4 as soon as I want to, and check it out. But at this point, playing Battlefield, I don't know how much I'll like the online. But I definitely will buy it for the campaign to see how this story evolves basically into this new sort of thing.
and I'm looking to see. I've seen what the guns look like on Halo 4.
Hasn't really felt them, no.
Maybe, I haven't played the game. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll get me a little more into Halo than I thought. So those are just the main reasons on why I really hate the series. I love the story, always have. Whenever it's like humans advancing into space, like Mass Effect, I love that type of story. I love the story. I read about it. I'm well versed in the storyline.
Yep.
And I've seen the animated series and things like that, but the games themselves are what I have a problem with. If they, 40% of my problem would disappear if they would move the reticle up just a little bit. That's my biggest complaint.
I've never noticed that. Okay, so that was only Tex's honorable mention. We haven't even talked about his most hated game. He kind of discussed the franchise. So that's fine. Mine, we will not discuss too much. There's just not much to say about it. When I was younger, I don't remember how old I was, what grade I was in. It was for PlayStation 2. We went to Target, my parents and I, and there was a bucket for those clearance video games, right? And they're like, oh, $5. Yeah. And my mom was like, oh, I was like, Mom, can I get one? She's like, yeah, just pick one out. So I was in a pickle between.
And did you? How old were you about this time?
I couldn't tell you. I was.
But did you think they were good, or did you know that was the crap bucket?
I didn't think they were the crap bucket. Crap bucket. I didn't really think about it too much, but I saw, okay, there was this one G.I. Joe, or not G.I. Joe game. It was the Army Men game. That was one of the big franchises at the time.
I loved that.
Where you were basically Army Men and you fought.
Plastic Army
Men? Yeah, plastic Army Men, and you
those.
battled other plastic Army Men or ants or other big creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one, and I was like, I was in the pickle between these two. For some reason, I decided not to go with the Army Men one.
Mm-hmm.
I think my mom thought I was a little too violent for me at the time, for whatever reason, green plastic men. So I decided in another one. When I brought it home, I played it, and well, the game itself is and now that I look back on it, it was a terrible decision. The game itself was Tiny Toons Adventures.
Tiny Toons.
Plucky's Big Adventure.
Army Men or Tiny Toons?
Right?
What's
I don't know.
wrong with you?
I don't know. But I got home, I played it instantly, and to this day, I do not know how to play the game. There is this one level where I'm in a classroom, and I do not know what to do next. I've gone through every door that I can find, and I find other Looney Tunes to talk to, and they tell me all this crap. And I go to another room, and they tell me all this crap. To this very day, I don't know what's level 2. And I haven't played it yet, and Tex wanted me to play it. I just haven't found time to. But I would love to see if I can still play it. I still own it. But to this day, and when we were talking about the most hated video games, I couldn't really picture one. And then I looked through my collection of what I do own, and I was like, that game right there, I have no idea what it is, what I do, what the objective is, and I can't beat level 1 because it doesn't tell me. And I hate that game, and it's my most hated video game of all time. I will eventually go back and play it to see what exactly went wrong there.
And do you think when you go back and play it, because you didn't know what to do,
right.
Maybe because you didn't read like when
you talk to people as a child, most of the time I didn't read the dialogue.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, you're boring. I'm gonna go talk to someone.
Right.
Will you, if you do figure out what to do, will you try to beat it?
No, I will. God, no.
No.
I will say, okay, that's what I missed. That's fine. And if it'll probably be like, I missed that. I could have just click this and jump there or something, but I do not plan on ever playing that past level 2. I just want to see what I missed. But nothing. The graphics are terrible. The story probably is terrible. It was $5, so there wasn't much put into the game. So yeah, that's my least favorite video game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Tex?
Okay. Like I said.
Can I sit?
I suppose.
Okay.
Halo first came to my mind when I thought of most hated. And I thought about it. I sat there. I'm like, okay, these are the things I hate about this. These are the things I hate about this. And then it came down to one question. Which would I rather play? And I said, you know what? I hate both of these games, but
I'd rather play Halo.
I would rather play Halo. And Halo's different than like Call of Duty or Battlefield. And when I play with my friends, I can have some fun. I can have fun, but ultimately I will hate myself.
You will hate yourself.
It came down. That was the question. Like, and that was obvious. I can't believe I didn't ask that question. I'd rather play Halo than this other game. So they hate. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That game was awful. And I was a fan of the Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4. We waited. Executive producer Trevor and a couple of other friends waited for the midnight release of Modern Warfare 2.
I was there.
Were you there?
I was there because I remember this. I have this. See this? I'm looking up because we talked about this a little bit on the way home last week, and I couldn't recall because I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, and there's been so many games I'm not sure which is which. But I do remember going. I remember you or Trevor bought me this for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-ordered it.
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, we waited in line. I actually met you guys. We were sitting in like a big SUV. It was very cold that night. I remember that. Mm-hmm. And it was me, you, Raymond, Brandon. I think was there. Russell was there.
Kevin, I think.
right? And
Maybe
so I think we all were there, and so continue. So
that was the midnight release for Modern Warfare 3. For the midnight release for Modern Warfare 2, Trevor said, "Hey, let's go at 4 o'clock." And I'm like, "What?" I wanted to go at 10. 2 hours. I figured that'd be plenty of time. So no, we went at 4, and we waited there for 8 hours for the release of Modern Warfare 2. And the disappointing thing about that was that when we got on, it was like less than 5 minutes before our friends who showed up at like 30 minutes before midnight, they also got online about 10 minutes later. So like, we wouldn't have had to wait in line that long anyway. But this game, I got home, turned it on, got on. I was the first of my friends online because I lived the closest to GameStop.
Yes, you did.
I waited for everybody else to get on. We're like, all right, Modern Warfare 3, let's do this. We get into a game, and I've learned that sometimes they look a little funny. Like when I started playing Black Ops 1, it looked funny. You just have to get used to that. You get used to it, and then you play. You might suck at first because you got to get a feel of the guns. But when I started playing this game, I said to myself, I used the UMP, which has been a good gun before.
Please be censored. Do not cuss.
Oh no, I know I won't.
You might get angry.
I might get angry.
Okay.
I got the UMP. I used it, and I said, this gun sucks. This is awful.
Okay.
I leveled up a little bit. M16 has always been a good gun. In all the previous calls, I'll use this. I used it. It sucked. And I'm like, wow, they made the M16 suck. I can't believe that. And I was worried about this because the people who made Modern Warfare, because 2 people make Call of Duty. It goes between Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and Infinity Ward generally has been the better one. But before Modern Warfare 3 came out, Infinity Ward, like Activision, who owns Infinity Ward, fired the top 2 guys, and like 50 developers left with them to go start a new company. So whenever that happens in movies or the writers change, I'm like, it begins to suck. And I was afraid it would suck, and it did. The maps are not strategic at all. The hallways are so big that there's literally no advantage point. You can't stand on a high point like you used to be able to and not worry about someone coming behind you. The maps,
Giggity.
There's no flow to it. That's what they try to tell. Oh, we made the maps better. The maps flow more. No, you made it stagnant. You can be surrounded from any point in the map.
Yeah.
The maps
that I remember.
Are terrible. Sniping in that game is way too easy. You could pick it up, fire one shot, and say, wow, I've got this, and go on. And it's basically another rifle. In other games, you had to have skill with it. It was just such a disappointment. And I try to go back on to play it with executive producer Trevor. I try to have fun, and it's just not fun. Like I said, for other Call of Duty games and for Halo, that the gun sounds awful. Every single one of the guns does not live up to the size. The sound of the gun does not live up to the gun itself. They tried to overbalance it way too much with because if you were the host of the game in previous games, you had the best chance to kill someone. If someone had lower the time from the time you fired to the time you hit someone was delayed. In this game, they made it for everyone. I put my gun point blank to one of my sentries. I pulled the trigger, and a couple milliseconds later, the thing hit.
A noticeable difference.
A noticeable difference. I was point blank, and this game is just awful. I don't have fun when playing this game. I really try. Like I said, that's what broke it for me. Halo, I can have fun.
You did play this for a while because there was no really other game to play. Well, there was the previous ones, but everyone else was basically on this one at this point. So you played for a while, and you did not enjoy any of it. But I remember playing it. Like I said, Trevor and Tex and the rest of the gang are all very big fans of Call of Duty and have played the previous ones many times. So for me jumping in, this is actually the first one I've actually bought. Or one or two of this might be the second one, but anyways. So this is kind of a new experience to me for Call of Duty. So it wasn't as heartbreaking for me as it was for Tex, but I did notice it wasn't as exciting as maybe previous ones. But for Tex, I guess that is his least favorite.
Most hated.
Most hated, sorry. Yeah, you got to mention hate in there. Video game of all time.
I'm looking forward to Black Ops 2 that's coming out this weekend. Hopefully.
Who makes this one?
Treyarch.
Okay.
And Treyarch has always made the suckier of the two. So now,
really?
by default, they're number one.
Okay.
So we'll see if this one's good. Maybe it's not the game. Maybe it's me. I really doubt that. I'm pretty good about that, but who knows? We'll see. But Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, my most hated game.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I forgot about that. Okay, we're going to commercial break. We'll come back, play some music, and talk about Minecraft.
Yep.
Sorry, Tex. We're going right to the next song. I should have just played that. I don't know when I came back online on air. Next song, Minus the Bear, is a band, if you didn't know. They're actually playing Ace of Spades next Wednesday, November 14th. Tickets are still on sale. Really cool band. Really, actually, they've been around for a while, but not too famous. But I like their sound. And this is off their new album, Infinity Overhead. Enjoy the song. Just don't play. It's fine. No, just give me a second. There we go. Matt and Tex Show. That happens.
Sweet.
Matt and Tex Show. See, now it's... Oh, my God. I'm sorry, guys. Usually when you push spacebar, that means pause or play. And it didn't do that.
iTunes.
Matt and Tex Show. It's a 2 Wednesday.
What? I don't know
It's Wednesday.
What that was.
It's Wednesday, so things happen. All right. That last song was... Tex, do you remember?
Minus the Bear.
Minus the Bear. The song was called Diamond Lightning. Nice job, Tex. They were playing, like I said, at Ace of Spades next Wednesday. Buy those tickets. Really cool band. I'm hoping to go there as well, but I'd probably work.
When you hear Minus the Bear, what kind of bear do you think of? I think Grizzly.
I was thinking Grizzly, too. But
I don't know why.
I don't know either.
Maybe that's just my default bear. But,
Your default bear. Anyways, this has been the Matt and Tex Show. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Matt and Tex.
Or Twitter, twitter.com/Matt and Tex.
You can follow us. I can follow on Twitter? Yeah, follow
Yeah.
on Twitter. You don't like someone on Twitter.
No, I know, but
I know, I'm just, okay. Live recordings go on there. I'm a couple of shows behind, so bear with me. But all of our past shows this semester have been on there. Next week we'll talk about mysterious things that we have no idea what we're talking about yet.
Probably Minecraft. We didn't get to it this time.
Yeah, probably
touch it next
Minecraft,
time.
maybe some TV shows, and some video games. I think we'll probably have a verdict on Black Ops. All right?
Oh, yes. Black Ops 2. We'll definitely talk
We'll
about
have a
that.
verdict on that, from Tex at least.
That's me.
And maybe Halo if I buy that, but probably not. So stay tuned. We'll see you next week. This last song I'll play real quick. New from Muse. Their new album is called The Second Law. The song is called Panic Switch. I'm sorry, Panic Station. It's important. I like it. We'll see you next week. Matt and Tex Show.